Introduction. Have you ever wondered what truly successful people do differently? Not just those who make money or get promotions, but people who seem genuinely effective in their work, relationships, and personal lives. Stephen R. Covey's timeless book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, answers that question in the most powerful way. It doesn't give you quick hacks or life tricks. Instead, it teaches 7 deeply rooted habits that, when practiced consistently, shape a person's mindset, actions, and legacy. In this video, we're going to explore each of these 7 habits, not just by listing them out, but by understanding their meaning, how they work in real life, and how you can apply them starting today. So let's dive right in. Habit 1. Be proactive. The first habit is all about responsibility. Not in the sense of duties, but in the literal meaning, the ability to respond. Being proactive means recognizing that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You don't have to react to life, you can choose your response. Proactive people don't blame their boss, the weather, or their childhood for the present situation. Instead, they focus on what they can control, their own thoughts, actions, and behaviors. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. A reactive person gets angry, honks, blames everyone else, and arrives at work stressed. A proactive person might use that time to listen to a podcast, breathe, and think through the day. The key takeaway is this: between what happens to us and how we respond, there's a space, and in that space lies our freedom to choose. That's where personal power is born. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. This habit is about clarity of vision. Covey asks a profound question. If you attended your own funeral, what would you want people to say about you? Your spouse, your children, your coworkers. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Begin with the end in mind means you define your destination before you start your journey. You don't climb the ladder of success only to find it's leaning against the wrong wall. This habit pushes you to identify your values and purpose in life. Once you know what really matters to you, you can align your actions with those values. One powerful tool Covey suggests is creating a personal mission statement, a clear, guiding sentence or paragraph that defines who you want to be and what principles you want to live by. When your life has direction, your days gain meaning. Habit 3. Put first things first. If habit 2 is about knowing your priorities, habit 3 is about living them. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught in the urgent, responding to messages, attending endless meetings, running errands, and forget what's actually important. Covey uses a brilliant metaphor here. Imagine your life as a jar. The big rocks are your most important things: your family, health, personal growth. The pebbles are secondary tasks. The sand represents small distractions. If you fill your jar with sand first, there's no space for the rocks. But if you place the big rocks first, everything else can fit around them. This habit is about managing your time around priorities, not urgencies. Successful people don't just stay busy, they make time for what truly matters. They say no to things that don't align with their purpose. They live intentionally. Habit 4. Think win-win. Most people are taught to think in terms of winners and losers. If I win, you lose. If you gain, I lose. But effective people live by a different mindset. They believe in abundance. They think win-win. A win-win approach means you seek solutions that benefit everyone involved. In relationships, work, or family, it's not about compromise or giving in. It's about finding common ground where both parties feel valued and heard. Imagine you're working on a team project. Instead of competing for credit or control, you focus on shared success. You ask, how can we both walk away from this feeling good? This habit builds trust, collaboration, and long-term relationships. It's a mindset shift, from competition to cooperation. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This is one of the most powerful habits, and the most ignored. We often listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. We interrupt, we judge, we advise, but rarely do we truly listen. Covey explains that deep listening, what he calls empathetic listening, is about entering the other person's world. It's about hearing not just their words, but their feelings. When someone feels understood, they let the guard down. That's when true communication begins. Think about a moment when you felt really heard. How did that feel? Powerful, right? Now imagine giving that gift to someone else. Once you truly understand the other person, you can express yourself in a way that they'll understand you too. This habit transforms conversations, resolves conflicts, and strengthens every relationship. Habit 6. Synergize. Synergy is about the magic that happens when people come together with respect and creativity. It's not just about teamwork. It's about creating something better than what any individual could achieve alone. Think of synergy like a jazz band. Each musician brings their own talent, but together, they create music that none of them could produce on their own. In practical terms, synergy means valuing differences. Instead of fearing someone who thinks differently, you welcome their perspective. You realize that diversity of thought leads to better solutions, better decisions, and better outcomes. Great leaders and effective teams thrive on synergy. They don't just tolerate differences, they celebrate them. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. The final habit is about self-renewal. Covey tells the story of a man sawing down a tree. He's working hard, but the blade is dull. Someone suggests, "Why don't you stop and sharpen the saw?" He replies, "I can't. I'm too busy cutting the tree." But of course, if he paused to sharpen the saw, he'd work faster and better. Sharpening the saw means taking care of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It means exercising, reading, reflecting, meditating, spending time with loved ones. When you invest in yourself, you increase your capacity to do everything else better. This habit reminds us, you are your greatest asset. Don't burn out. Recharge regularly. Conclusion. So there you have it, the 7 habits of highly effective people. They're not trendy tricks or temporary tactics. They're timeless principles rooted in character, vision, discipline, and relationships. 1. Be proactive. 2. Begin with the end in mind. 3. Put first things first. 4. Think win-win. 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. 6. Synergize. 7. Sharpen the saw. If even one of these habits speaks to you, start there. Practice it. Live it. Slowly, you'll build the foundation of an effective life, one that's successful not just on the outside, but meaningful from the inside. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring book summaries. Let's grow together, one habit at a time.